On Monday, April 28, Teddi walked the red carpet at the Women's Cancer Research Fund's Unforgettable Evening fundraiser, accompanied by Kyle, who expressed her support for her best friend. The BFS perfectly coordinated their red carpet outfits, with Teddi wearing a black blazer, while Kyle opted for a white one. At the event, the friends spoke with Extra, where Kyle opened up about how Teddi's battle with cancer has inspired her. "I am just so incredibly proud of her," Kyle said. "I'm so in awe of her strength. She's very fortunate that she's so loved. She has an incredible amount of love around her with family and friends, and she really is just giving women a lot of hope." Teddi told the outlet that Kyle was on the phone when the doctors delivered the good news about her health. "I had Kyle on FaceTime. I had 2 friends with me inside of the doctor's office, and he came in all happy, and I'm like, if this isn't great news, you should be turning around and doing a re-entrance, because I'm a little confused about how happy you are," she explained. Teddi Mellencamp and Kyle Richards attend an unforgettable evening benefiting the Women's Cancer Research Fund at the Beverly Hilton on April 28, 2025, in Beverly Hills, California. Photo: Monica Shipper/Getty Images. "And the time before, I had such bad news that I wasn't expecting it. And he was like, 'No, this is incredible news.' And then he told us what's going on. I mean, all of us were crying, we're laughing. It felt really amazing, but also a reminder of how many people need this event because it's not working for them," she continued. Teddi Mellencamp and Kyle Richards attend an unforgettable evening benefiting the Women's Cancer Research Fund at the Beverly Hilton on April 28, 2025, in Beverly Hills, California. Teddi spoke to people at the same event on Monday night, where she opened up about how she's been holding up amid her treatment. "You know, when people come up to me and they're like, 'You're so strong. You did this.' I'm like, half the time I'm strong, and half the time, I'm crying and sad," she noted. "But at the moment, I feel good," she added. "What I've learned is that I have amazing kids. I have amazing friends and a support system that's there for me, and I think that's huge." Teddi took to Instagram over the weekend, where she revealed that finding out the good news of her cancer diagnosis was just the tip of the iceberg of positive things happening in her life. "This week was one for the record books. I found out immunotherapy is working and my tumors are shrinking," she wrote in the caption of the post. She continued, noting that she literally got back on the horse immediately after with her eldest daughter, Slate RHOBH, at a horse show before going home. "Slate and I got to show together at World Hunter Rider Weekend," she added. Slate was champion and high-point scoring junior rider in the 3-6 on Positano, as well as reserve champ on Katniss. Mom was A-champ and won the AO Classic on Totally Frog. And now we get to head home for snuggles with Dove and Cruz. It takes a village, an amazing, supportive village. But Teddi also had plenty of time to reflect on her journey with cancer after she revealed that she had been diagnosed with multiple stage 4 tumors the size of plums in my brain and lungs about 76 days ago. Teddi took to Instagram, where she posted a photo of the scars on her head after brain surgery and revealed how she's been holding up since then. "Since that day, I have had multiple surgeries, had rage from the steroids, felt very sick, laughed a lot, ridden horses, loved on my kids, and felt great," she wrote in the caption. "When I first looked at this picture, at the scars on my head and arm, I cried. Then I felt a warmness rush through my body and I felt so much peace. Peace from the incredible support system I have in my family and friends. Peace from the outpouring of love from you all on here. Peace in knowing my story could help somebody save their life." Teddi explained to people on Monday that she hopes the end of her cancer is imminent after this current round of immunotherapy. "We did a double dose 5 days ago, and then I have another set next Wednesday," she explained. "And then I hopefully, I'm done. It's a continuation," she added. "So at first I was doing radiation and immunotherapy, But immunotherapy ended up being the
bright
thing
lights
that worked of the lavish gala and the flash of countless cameras. Teddi Mellencamp RHOBH and her sister Kyle Richards stepped onto the red carpet, their elegant gowns shimmering in the glow. The night was a celebration of compassion, charity, and community. Yet for Teddi, this moment carried a weight far heavier than the glitz and glamour. As she paused to pose and smile, her eyes glistened with unshed tears, a quiet testament to the ongoing battle she faced. Tonight, her journey with cancer was no longer a private struggle. It was a story shared openly, raw, and real, amid a sea of fans and friends. Crying, she whispered softly, her voice trembling but her spirit unbroken. A night of courage and vulnerability. The event was intended to honor hope and healing, but for Teddi, it was also a reminder of how far she'd come, and how much farther she still needed to go. The cameras caught her delicate smile, but behind that smile was a tumult of emotion. She had been through so much: the diagnosis, the treatments, the days of exhaustion, the moments of doubt. Yet tonight, she chose to stand tall, to show her truth, even if tears threatened to spill. Her sister Kyle, ever her unwavering supporter, stood beside her, holding her hand gently and offering silent strength. The bond between them was palpable, rooted in shared pain, resilience, and love. Kyle's eyes welled up as she watched her sister, overwhelmed with pride and concern. "I'm crying because I'm so proud of her," Kyle later confided. "She's been so brave, so honest. Seeing her walk this red carpet tonight, knowing what she's going through, it just hits you in the heart." Sharing the raw truth. In interviews conducted just after their arrival, Teddi's voice cracked as she spoke about her journey. "Honestly, I'm crying because this has been one of the most challenging chapters of my life," she admitted. "But I'm also crying because I feel so loved and supported. That's what keeps me going, knowing I'm not alone in this fight." Her openness was both heartbreaking and inspiring. For many, cancer remains a silent, stigmatized illness, something to hide or deny. But Teddi refused to hide her tears or her fears. Instead, she used her platform to shed light on her experience, encouraging others to seek early detection, to lean into their support systems, and to never lose hope. "I want people to know that it's okay to cry," she said softly. "It's okay to feel scared and overwhelmed, but it's also okay to stand strong, to fight, and to find moments of joy, even in the darkest times." The power of family and support. Kyle's presence beside her was a testament to the importance of family in times of crisis. "My sister is my hero," Kyle shared later. "Watching her go through this with such grace and honesty, it's inspiring. We're all fighting our own battles in life, and her courage reminds us not to be afraid of showing vulnerability." Their bond was evident not just in their physical closeness, but in their shared tears and quiet embraces. The support of loved ones became Teddi's anchor, grounding her amidst the storm of treatments and emotional upheaval. Her journey illuminated how vital it is to have a network of compassion, family, friends, community, to help navigate the toughest times. Raising awareness and hope. Teddi's decision to speak publicly about her cancer was a deliberate act of advocacy. She hoped her story would inspire others to prioritize their health, to seek checkups, and to confront fears head-on. "Crying tonight isn't just about my fears," she explained. "It's about honoring everyone who's fighting, who's lost loved ones, and who needs to hear that hope is real. If sharing my tears can help even one person, then it's worth it." Her vulnerability struck a chord with many. It's a reminder that true strength often resides in honesty, when we allow ourselves to feel, to cry, and to ask for help. Her tears became a symbol of courage, a visual reminder that battling cancer is not a sign of weakness, but an act of resilience. The emotional moment on the red carpet. As Teddi and Kyle continued to pose and share snippets of their story with reporters, a tender moment unfolded. Teddi, overcome with emotion, paused for a moment, placing her hand over her heart. Her eyes shimmered with tears, but her smile persisted. Kyle gently squeezed her sister's shoulder, offering silent reassurance. The cameras captured this intimate exchange, a poignant reminder that behind the glamour are real people facing real pain. The moment was raw and powerful. A woman who had been vulnerable enough to share her tears publicly, demonstrating that true beauty isn't just in outward appearances, but in the courage to be authentic. Her tears reflected hope, fear, love, and determination, all intertwined in this complex journey, moving forward with hope and strength. Later that evening, in a private chat, Teddi reflected on her path ahead. "There are days I feel like giving up," she admitted. "But then I remember all the love I have around me, my family, my friends, my supporters, and I find the strength to keep fighting. I want to be an advocate for early detection, for mental health, for everything that can help others navigate this." She emphasized that her tears, while painful, also served as a catalyst for connection and awareness. "Crying is part of healing," she said. "It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to show your fears, because in those moments, you find your true strength." Her journey was far from over, but her courage had already made a difference, a beacon of hope for anyone facing similar struggles. A night of reflection and inspiration. As the night drew to a close, Teddi and Kyle left the event arm in arm, their spirits lifted yet touched by the emotional weight of the evening. Their story was a testament to resilience, showing that even amidst tears, there is immense strength. Their honesty shattered stigmas, reminding everyone that vulnerability is a form of bravery. For Teddi, every tear shed on that red carpet was a symbol of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest moments, love, support, and honesty can light the way. Her journey continues, but her message is clear. It's okay to cry, to feel scared, and to lean into the love that surrounds us. Because sometimes it's in those tears that we find our deepest courage. In the end, the night was not just about appearances, but about the power of truth, about a woman who dared to show her tears and, in doing so, inspired a world to embrace its own vulnerability.